I don't know. But listen, we're past 8. We can get this thing started if we want, and if they join,
I say we start it because I don't know how long I got.
All right, let's do this. Evo, you ready to kick this motherfucker off?
Yeah, I'm just looking for the video.
Oh,
hard work.
All right, here we go.
Hard work. There you go. Hard work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work. That's what they say. Hard work. Earn my pay. Hard work. Do it every day. Hard work. Get up out of 2:45. Hard work. Ready to go and earn my pay. Hard work. Put my boots on and lace them up. Hard work. I got another day to work. Hard work. That's what they say. Hard work. I earn my pay. Hard work.
What's going on, everybody? This is the Talk. I am Mike. This guy over here is Evo. Below me, we got Byron the Ginger, and then the catty corner to me, we've got Dave, the Vanilla Gorilla.
Gorilla.
Welcome back in. It has been entirely too long since we have done one of these. I feel like every time we end up doing one of these, we end up saying that exact same statement. I might have actually started the last show this exact same way. But without further ado, guys, how are you doing? Welcome in, Evo, my man, rocking the USA hockey hat. Big news has come out since the last time we've done one of these. We don't suck dick at hockey anymore.
Let's go.
No, we are better than our northern neighbors. We took the one thing that they were good at, other than making syrup, and made it ours, which is very, very American.
Twice.
Yeah, the women and the men got it. Yeah. Hell yeah. We got it. So, Evo, how you doing, brother? Tell me about life real quick. What's going on with you? Anything new?
Doing good, man. Same old. Still working for the old government, living in Arizona. About to be heading off on spring break for too long. And just fighting cartels and training students.
Hell yeah. I'm on spring break. I am not fighting cartels. If anything, I enjoy some of their products.
Cocaine.
Not that one. I knew that was going to be the one that got picked. And it's not that one. Actually, I don't. The thing that I enjoy, you can get at your local grocery store nowadays. Fucking it's wild. Byron, my man, how you doing, brother? What does your shirt say? Bearded and what?
Bearded and employed.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is very nice. It's nice being both of those things. As far as me, nothing really new. Just keep on keeping on, working, hanging out with the kids, hanging out with the family.
Hell yeah, brother. Listen, family time is very important. I've been on the road a lot recently. So getting that time when you get back or having the kids around, it's fantastic. I know your girls are older. One has gone off in college, so any time that you get with them, I know is fantastic. Dave, my man, it looks like you are back in the car. Cocks aplenty on your shirt, and I believe you were just at church with all of these cocks.
Yes, it's a good shirt because, as many of you know, I do have a lot of chickens in the house. Last time we talked, I had just got back from Africa. Since then, I've deployed to California and came back. I was there for
just basically an overseas tour.
It's like, God damn it, we got to bring that back up in a second. You deployed to California.
Yeah, I was there for a little over 90 days. Missed all of the holidays. Didn't get to come home for that. Missed my anniversary. Now I'm home. Should be for a decent period of time. I requested to stay home through my daughter's graduation, and then I'll probably be off in the third world again.
Well, Dave, we're glad that you are back. Welcome back to the United States. Even though you had to go to California, I'm sure that was the most wild deployment that you've ever fucking been on.
Bro, it was rough, I tell you what. 12-hour days, 7 days a week, so 84 hours a week. with an hour drive on each end. So
Ooh.
wake up, drive an hour, work 12 hours, drive an hour, go to sleep, do it again every day, 7 days a week, no days off.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Dave, you're a good man. We appreciate you, and we appreciate your service because we know that you are working hard for the country.
Oh yeah, you know what do they say? Working hard or hardly working? Well, I work while hard.
All right.
Hell yeah!
All the time.
I like the way that finished for sure. Oh well, gentlemen. So we don't necessarily have a ton of things that we have on the agenda. We got a couple of videos. I know Evo, you got one video. I got one video. But is there anything that anybody wants to bring up outside of? I think the main topic today might be the thing that is happening in the Middle East. As it heard, but anybody got anything I want to go over before we get into that?
Byron, Dave, you guys got anything?
Bueller? Yeah.
There was a potential tornado the other day. We didn't get it. There was some in the Oklahoma, Nebraska region, and I think they called an EF0 went through Kansas City Metro. So I'm about an hour south. I'm about
Stiff quiff.
It's a little bit bigger than a severe wind gust. It's like microburst level.
Do you have a storm shelter out there?
I have a basement, and there's some small windows on some spots, but I would go down in there.
All right.
I was actually.
I didn't know if you had one of those like actual tornado alley type storm
I'm
shelters.
fucking Twister with the original goddamn was that Helen Hunt and
yeah, Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton.
Yeah, Bill fucking Paxton. Yeah.
What a great movie.
Yeah, banger movie. Second one was shit. That movie.
Well, I don't know. I like the second one.
Oh
like
god, it's so boring, man. I have fallen asleep basically every time I've tried to watch it, and I like Anthony Ramos. I fucking love that dude, but that movie is that they picked the wrong people to be the leads of that movie.
I liked it.
Well, before we kick off into the Iran stuff, I'll go ahead and I'll break the ice on something. Part of the talk, for anyone who hasn't watched it before, we are a bunch of dumb idiot veterans and just like to bullshit on stuff. We like to be able to use it as a platform, a sounding board for anything and everything that veterans, grown men that might not be able to talk about as easy and things like that. Like, we have an issue in our community with depression, suicide, stuff like that. So we like to work through it, find ways to work through it, and talk about issues and stuff like that on our channel at times. And one of the things that I think will kind of help people understand a little bit both what we do here and how our channel can be a little bit darker at times is a little bit of what's been going on in my life since the last talk. So my wife and I got pregnant several months ago. And then we did end up having a miscarriage. Believe in December was when we found out. I jumped the gun and she jumped the gun as well as far as telling everybody, but we were super, super, super excited. And then resultingly devastated from it. I didn't know if I was going to be able to have kids because the boy's been on a lot of black liquids and stuff like that and all sorts of shit through the military and everything that we've all had to take. But I've also been on a little bit of juice and things like that. And she's got her own medical issues and things like that. So it was a really tough time for me. Something that I internalized for the most part and just kind of kept it to myself, except for a few people. But it was really, really tough. Something that I probably should have been more open and vocal about and speaking with people about, but I didn't. The good news is that my wife has since had surgery, fixed some of those medical issues. Things are looking positive. And now I don't just have to go down on her graveyard pussy anymore and talk to ghosts. Now we get to some real hardcore fucking. And so I'm super excited for that. hopefully those dark times are behind us. Who knows? It might be rocky going forward. But a little bit of a taste into our channel. We're going to be able and willing and want to talk to people about things that are difficult for us in our lives. Have an outlet for that. That's what this channel, the No Sleeves Network, all this should be about. Have fun. Talk about what you need to talk about. We're a sounding board for that stuff. But also know it's going to be a little bit dark with our humor too, because that's one of the reasons and ways I know that my wife is perfect for me, because while we're going through that tough time, the way that her and I both were able to get through it the best was the dark humor, and catching some people off guards and stuff like that with some of the darkness of it. That's just a veteran thing, I think, is that we are able to kind of see some of the bad in the world, the evil in the world, and if we can make a joke about it to get past it, then it doesn't really control us as much anymore.
I was one of those people that they kind of know, and brother, I didn't really know what to say. I just wanted to be there to listen if and when you wanted to talk. I couldn't imagine going through what you guys had to go through, and I'm happy to hear that the surgery has gone well, and hopefully things are looking up. But I love you. Yeah, so for sure you're as much as you want now, apparently. So fucking practice the shit out of that. That's the best part of having kids, is the fucking practice.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is I know that I am absolutely not alone in this struggle. Like, so many people have those sorts of struggles, miscarriages, difficulty getting pregnant, and stuff like that. I think it had hit me a little bit harder initially, because I had resigned to the fact that, you know, we might not be able to have kids in the first place, because I've been on testosterone, which is basically male birth control, because she had her medical issues. And I was okay with that. It's not what I wanted, but I had, you know, been okay with that, because we do still have her two boys, which I consider to be my sons, and everything in our lives. I was okay and had kind of come to terms with all of that, and then it was just a complete surprise. Like, we knew she was going to have surgery regardless, but it was still, you know, months down the line. And so for all of a sudden everything to just click after us having been together for years, and your boy don't use protection. I fucking swear to God, I'm not in high school anymore. So for it to just kind of happen out of the blue like that was definitely surprising, and super, super exciting. And I'm hoping for and looking towards that excitement again in the future. But it's something that, you know, knowing other people who have had those issues, had miscarriages and things like that, and never really truly being able to connect, because I'm always like, well, you can try again, or, you know, this, that, or the other is what's always going through my head. Until you actually go through that situation, you really don't know what it's like. And so it sucked. It was difficult. It definitely brought my wife and I closer together. I know it can ruin some relationships, but for us, it actually, I think, really made us bond quite a bit more.
Ebo, brother, man, I'm sorry. Back in 2010, Trish and I went through the same thing, and it was devastating, man. I remember literally going into PT the morning after. Like, I literally just got back from the hospital, and my platoon sergeant sent me home, and I remember just laying on the floor for probably 10 hours straight, just not knowing what to do, what to say. Like, it's really hard. I will tell you that, you know, the follow on, when it does happen, God willing, you know, it makes it so worth it. It really does.
I appreciate that, man.
Evo, I don't have anything else to say, brother. I love you, and keep fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, I will. Actually, I doubt you guys can hear it, but my wife's beating meat outside of my room right now. She's making schnitzel, but I would like to think that the meat beating is in preparation for future amorous activities.
Okay,
Some-
well,
some
listen, I don't know how to
anonymous.
judge what you're into, but she's beating the fuck out of your meat. Yeah.
You're doing something wrong.
Yeah, we'll let people make connections.
You
however
gotta
they want
have like the fucking just a flat dick and just fuck.
to. There's similar noises,
Understood.
pounding. You know,
Understood. I got it. No, I got it.
Does she use the hammer?
yeah, that's she knocks me out, uses me for my body, and then when I wake up, I get to finish.
Nice.
Fair.
Oh man. All right. So I got a video. Evo, you got a video as well. Mine is gonna probably lead into us talking about Iran. Do you want to go with yours first?
Yeah, sure. Look, if you haven't been paying attention at all, we've been in a conflict of sorts in the Middle East again. Wouldn't you know it? Yes, the U.S. is currently in wartime activities with Iran, along with multiple other nations, primarily Israel, but a lot of other Middle Eastern nations are participating in kind of kicking down the regime there. The Ayatollah died in some strikes, which you didn't know, that's like not the president, not the prime minister. That's like second to Jesus within their religion, the Ayatollah that was killed. So it's some serious shit. But previously on an episode of the Talk, we had been talking about different places like Venezuela, which also happened since we've last spoken. U.S. went and did an op in Venezuela and snatched up Maduro. But, you know, we previously played a video on here to prepare everybody what it would need to be known if you're going to be going down to Venezuela and fighting in the jungles and jungle pussy and things like that. But now we have the same guy back on TikTok talking about getting ready for combat in Iran and what that's going to look like for all of our current service members. A lot of us GWAT types who are no longer there. There's some who are still GWAT veterans that are in the services that will understand this, but for all the new folks in there, this is a good educational video.
We are at war, gentlemen.
Uh-oh. Wrong one.
That's playing yours?
It's showing mine, but playing your video.
Oh no.
I don't know how the fuck that worked.
Pray for y'all. I
There we
pray
go.
for y'all. As combat heats up in Iran, there's a pretty good chance we're going to put boots on ground. And there's also a pretty good chance that a lot of you that follow me are going to get your dick sucked in 1,000-degree porta-john by some slightly overweight female soldier that works in the motor pool. God bless them hoes. They call those hoes barracks bunnies. But what are you going to do when you're getting your dick sucked while you're taking a shit? That's called a Blumpkin. Write that shit down. What are you gonna do when you're getting a fucking Blumpkin and Iranian-made rockets are just peppering the fucking base and you can hear your brothers screaming for help? You know what you fucking do? You know what you fucking do? You bust your nut, you drop the logs, you pull your pants up, wipe your ass first, and you go to fucking work and rescue your brothers because you're in the United States fucking soldier, an instrument of fucking death and destruction. I hope this information helps. Thank you for your service.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
as in depth as the last one, but pretty much straight to the point.
Yeah. So I've never had my dick sucked in a porta john. However, having to beat your dick in a porta john when it's 112 degrees outside might be the most like entertaining, but also awful thing that's ever happened. Like obviously you're working for something important.
I've never
But-
done that. I've always found a better spot to do it, cooler climates, things like that. Though it was going to lead me into post-church Dave. What was your first Blumpkin like?
It was
And the fact that you haven't said I didn't.
I'd like to not share that one.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It was not in a porta-john.
Oh,
That's
There you go.
That's good.
all right.
I don't miss the desert at all.
No, that video reminds me of our last deployment and the hypothetical of like how injured would you have to be to not wipe your ass and seek help first.
That's a great question. Actually, we can talk about that real quick before we get into my video. How hurt would you have to be?
I honestly, I think I would overlook wiping my ass pretty fucking quickly.
Right.
Really?
I
See,
could
I'm
sprain
not-
my ankle and forget to wipe my ass.
No way, dude. I couldn't do it. That would bother the fuck out of me.
Oh, for sure. But I mean,
you're gonna get the itch, but
yeah.
No. See, listen, fucking spray like if to call for help. No, I'm gonna wipe my ass with a fucking sprained ankle. Like where I'm gonna just not wipe my ass. I'm gonna have to be in some serious fucking pain.
we're talking like catching some shrapnel. Like how bad is that?
I mean,
not?
if I'm catching a fucking piece of shrapnel, I don't give a shit how shitty my ass is. Listen, I have been split open in the middle of a fucking operating room. Everybody saw everything I got. I ain't fucking worried about shit. Like, so, yeah, if I am hurt bad enough, I would immediately call for fucking help if I have shit covered. If I'm covered in shit, but a twisted ankle. Come on.
It's not the same at all. But I know that my mind will start to turn certain things off and turn other things on at an instant. For instance, we're taking incoming, and I always slept butt ass naked in the room that I had on my most recent deployment, which was very nice. It was a very nice set of Taj Mahal of fucking deployment scenarios, like air conditioning, hard walled rooms, nice setup. So I was butt ass naked most of the time. We were taking incoming, and I had the wherewithal to get out of bed, throw my boots on and my Kevlar, and get my rifle and take off to the fucking bunker to go make sure that everybody, all of my soldiers that I was in charge of were there. So I come stumbling into the bunker, full donging in boots and my Kevlar with my rifle. Nothing else. So like, I didn't take the time to put on no chonies or nothing like that. One of my soldiers, somebody that a bunch of you have met, would always tell me, like, I knew that if I ever had to knock on your door for anything, keep eye contact, eye level or higher, because I wasn't putting anything on to meet anybody at the door. So wiping my ass, I feel like I might just fucking, for the littlest thing, just forget about it.
Dave, where you at?
I'm wiping my butt at least a little bit. Sometimes that can take like 2 or 3 minutes to do, depending on the session. But I'm at least wiping it a little bit.
If you take a piece of shrapnel, are you still wiping your ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming y'all have had to wipe with different objects due to lack of toilet paper around, a sock,
can call for help and
things
still
like that.
Brown t-shirt.
Take care of it a little bit.
Yeah,
I
I've definitely. We had
For
a
sure.
crew chief at one point in time. When I was with Shadow, our shitter ran out of toilet paper, and everyone kept on going to the shitter, and there was no toilet paper, and he was within like earshot, and he was the first one that had gone in, no toilet paper, and he took his multi-tool and sliced off about 3 inches of the bottom of his shirt, the ring of his shirt,
Oh,
and cut it up
I was
into
like, what the
pieces.
fuck?
And then
Got the spoon
everybody
out.
kept on going to shit. I don't know if someone was going through, and then people were like, what the fuck? There's no toilet paper. They're yelling. And he just kept on cutting off rings of his shirt and giving it to them. And so like 3 hours into the shift, he was in a full crop top that was basically to his nipples
Hell yeah.
on the flight line without his blouse on. And it was great.
I love soldiers, dude. We do the stupidest shit.
And his thought process was, I've already ruined my shirt. No one else has to ruin a sock or anything else. We're just
Yeah.
going to get through this day. That's brotherhood, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I had a dude at Bragg who ripped off his long sleeve, like the one sleeve, and we were running back and got his ass chewed by Sergeant Major for only having one sleeve. Try explaining that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty easy explanation.
Yeah, the Sergeant Major is not gonna like it. What'd you do? I tore my sleeve off and wiped my ass with it.
I was hanging a rope, Madge, and Daddy needed a wipe.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna play this next video. It's a music video, but it's an educational music video. I found like a series of these things, and I've got
Schoolhouse Rock.
kind of, but more badass. If you
All right.
loved like 2000s alternative rock, like tonight will be the night, like that kind of shit, this is gonna be right up your fucking alley.
Alrighty.
Hopefully the fucking sound is on.
How nuclear power plants work. It sounds like sci-fi, but it's really just a way to heat water. It works like this. It all starts with uranium, a metal mined from rocks refined and shaped into tiny pellets. Each one's the size of a sugar cube, holds as much energy as a ton of coal. The pellets get stacked into fuel rods, which are just metal tubes. The rods get bundled together, then loaded into the reactor core. Now here's the cool part. Uranium is unstable. Its atoms want to break apart. When one splits, it releases heat and some neutrons. That's called fission. Those neutrons hit nearby atoms and split them to more heat, more neutrons, more splits. Control rods made of boron slide in and out, absorbing neutrons. More rods in reaction flows, emergency. Drop them all. So what happens with all that energy? The fuel rods are surrounded by water inside the reactor. The fission heats the water, which heats more water into steam. The steam spins a turbine. The turbine spins a generator. Electricity flows out to the grid. Giant cooling towers you see from the highway. That's not smoke, it's steam. So will we run out of uranium? Known reserves could last over 200 years. And there's more dissolved in seawater than we'd ever need. Are nuclear reactors dangerous? They can have accidents, but not nuclear explosions. Chernobyl, that was bad, really bad, but technically it was a steam explosion. Not a bomb, still a disaster, just a different kind. Now we have better backup power, better cooling systems, stricter oversight. What about the radiation? Layers of steel and concrete keep it in, and the waste stored on site, sealed and monitored for decades. So why don't we build more reactors? They're expensive, billions of dollars and a decade to construct, and a few high-profile disasters made the public nervous. 94 reactors run in the U.S. today, providing 19% of our electricity. Nuclear power isn't as scary as it sounds. No pools glowing green, just atoms splitting, creating steam. Ever wonder how nuclear...
All right, boom. So if you did not know, that's how fucking nuclear reactors work, and there are a bunch of songs that teach you how to how shit like this works. They're very cool. Speaking of nuclear reactors, fuck Iran and the Ayatollah, and I'm glad that that prick is dead.
Absolutely. Look, I feel way more knowledgeable on nuclear
yeah.
reactors now. For what it's worth, I did a very deep, in-depth college essay once about all the different alternative energy sources and things like that and which works best. And it was like very conclusive to me that nuclear energy was the way to go. I know it said it takes forever to build them, but not as much, especially for small nuclear reactors, like small ones that can power like a town. They can be put up in a couple years. Like the biggest downside to them is the nuclear waste, which we have a whole solar system that we can eject that shit into if we really feel like it. But yeah, like the whole Chernobyl and all those things are way over I can't think of the fucking word. They are. That's bad, but it was also Soviet Russia where everything was shit already. Like weird catastrophic situations that would cause that stuff to happen. Where if you have the correct safeguards, you don't really have to worry about that too much.
Isolated incidents.
Yeah.
The exceptions, not the rule.
And we always talk about like Europe being more forward than us on stuff, and they went to electric and wind energy way before us, and they have abandoned it way before us, and they are moving very much so into nuclear power. All these places that we always like to look to and say, oh, they're better than us. They're doing this better than us and that better than us. Well, maybe we should look over there and be like, yeah, let's fucking just catch up with them instead of waiting 10 years to fucking do what they're doing anyways. But back to what you said, fuck Iran, fuck the Ayatollah, and fuck the IRGC. That being said, how happy are we to be in yet another conflict in the Middle East?
I'm fucking not happy. I'm pissed, honestly. If I'm being completely fucking honest about it, I'm fucking pissed, even though I'm really glad that motherfucker is dead. I'm super glad that he's dead, and we can launch a bunch of missiles over there and take out all the leaders. But if we send guys on fucking ground to go overthrow another regime, I'm going to be a little fucking annoyed. Because why are we doing that? Let those people fucking control their country. If we just keep taking out their leaders because we apparently know where they are at all times, the people should just be able to overthrow the government, even if it's done violently. Go right ahead, people, and then control the way your country runs. Like that's what should happen, in my opinion. Is that we took out the main problems. Now go handle your fucking business and overthrow your government.
Empower the people.
For some of us who still work for the Department of War, Department of Defense, and stuff like that, look, I'll say this: I'm not for another conflict, another war, since we've been in conflicts the majority of my life. It's nice to have a little bit of a break. That's not to say that we haven't had stuff. Oh God, Dave's moving.
Seatbelt on.
He's mobile. That's not to say that we shouldn't, recognize the fact that we have uniformed men and women out fighting in multiple different places across the globe that I think are just forgotten, be it Africa, the Philippines, all over the place. That stuff has been going on. People just don't pay attention because it's not getting put out on the news very much. But now with Iran, like, I think everyone can be in agreement that this group that continually shouts death to America, that has armed fighters who have killed Americans in other places, who has been fighting all these proxy wars and things like that. They're just doing it in non-direct ways for the most part. It's a good thing to shut down that whole situation. However, I don't want to say it was unprovoked for us to go over there and participate in combat actions. But it's also not something that I would be looking forward to just as an American citizen right now. I don't really feel like I want to get into another protracted war. And I don't know how protracted this will get, because as of right now, it does seem very much so like, let's just fucking bomb the shit out of them constantly and keep this all afar. Question is, how long is it going to be all afar? How long before they start doing stuff on more of our home soil or friendly forces home soil and things like that?
So I agree that they're at some point they're going to have to hit us back. They're going to try to hit us back, and I'm totally good with us bombing the shit out of them. Like I said, the Ayatollah was a piece of shit. He just got done on a campaign of slaughtering his own fucking people. So he is a terrible, terrible person. And yeah,
I think we would all love to see Iran go back to the way that it was in
that
the
would
80s.
be dope. But
the 80s, where women would walk around and do things like that.
But we can't make them do that. Those people have to be able to control that. Because what happens when we leave? Well, if the fucking Taliban just goes and takes over Afghanistan, right the fuck back over like nothing had ever happened the previous 20 years. So if we go and we do that again, that the same fucking problem is going to happen. Like the people have to be the ones that overthrow their government.
Yeah. Which is funny. Taliban back at war again as well. Just Pakistan.
With fucking Pakistan. Crazy, dude.
Now,
Byron, hop in here, brother.
I don't know, man. This is all crazy. One thought that I have is I'm not all for this, but it also seems like we're not putting everything into it. So I feel like with previous conflicts, Iraq, Afghanistan, it was mere days before we were pretty much in control and had absolutely just destroyed infrastructure. And it's kind of like either A, Iran is a little bit more formidable than we thought, or B, we're just really not putting 100% into it.
there's a big separatist movement within the country, which is one of the reasons why there were protesters who were killed. People that want to overthrow the government already just don't have the means to. And as we've done in many other places, we can go in, take out who's in control, and hope that allows the rebel movement to kind of take over and have that internal change structure. I don't know that that's completely what's going on. I think that's a side benefit that the U.S. is hoping for. I've heard a couple of different things, a couple of different theories, one of them being that Israel has kind of just been hot to trot and is going to start taking a lot more aggressive actions, and that they basically had said, we are doing this. You can join with us or not, US, but we're doing this. And as we've seen, Iran's reaction has been to just fucking YOLO missiles all over the goddamn place. They've hit buildings in China who are relatively friendly. They've hit all sorts of other Middle Eastern countries. Some of their attacks are absolutely going where they intend them to. Some of them are just fucking going all over the place and hitting shit that they don't intend to hit. And so one of the thoughts was, okay, from a U.S. perspective, we could either go in here and really back Israel's attack effort and take out most of these, rocket sites and missile sites and things like that. And then hopefully we'll be able to kind of tamp them down and won't have a whole bunch of blowback on it. Whereas if we sit back and let Israel go into this fight mostly alone, Iran's probably going to start hitting American bases and things like that. And we are going to get pulled in from a reactionary perspective rather than a perspective of taking action. The other thing to think about is, as I kind of brought up previously, we went to Venezuela and nabbed Maduro. Anyone want to take a guess as to who's the biggest importer of Venezuelan oil?
Iran.
China.
China was the largest buyer of Venezuelan oil, getting somewhere between 68 to 80% of all their exported oil. And guess who was the largest buyer of Iranian oil?
China.
80 to 90% of Iranian oil comes out of the country and goes to China. So probably our biggest adversary on the global stage is Russia and China. And if we're trying to go sideways about things against China, like China's been doing with us, sending all the fentanyl products and stuff through South America and having it come across our borders, maybe this is a way for us to indirectly affect them geopolitically.
I mean, aren't they tapping into their reserves?
Yeah, you look at your gas prices today, any little bit is affecting OPEC. We're almost at $4 a gallon here in Arizona. It's spiking prices. It's probably worse when most of that oil import is coming from those two countries, and we've just fucked up supply chain. So it's probably fucking with China worse than it is with us, even if they have reserves.
Did we get the Strait of Hormuz back open?
No, not completely.
Okay.
That's
probably another thing that's causing fucking issues.
We are a bunch of dummy thick idiots on this stuff. Don't take us at our word. Absolutely do your research, and you can find anything to back your thought process behind all this if you want to on the internet, whether you're for it or against it. Fucking AI videos, you don't know what the fuck is real anymore. Last thing that I kind of seen though from what I would consider to be more the mainstream sources, or if you want to call them reputable sources, was that the Strait of Hormuz isn't necessarily closed off, but Iran has said ships can pass through, but if they're not Iranian ships, that they will hit them. So we'll see. Also, I believe the recently elected president of Iran had said something along the lines, we are going to allow ships to continue to flow through there. However, if they're non-Iranian or if continued war actions happen against us, we will attack any other vessels through the strait. Who knows?
That president is not going to be alive for another 30 days.
Very possible. Very possible. Well, that was the funny thing is like the Ayatollah dies and then they have a triumvirate of individuals, 3 guys who are supposed to decide who the next Ayatollah is. And when they decide to go meet, we bomb that shit too.
Yeah.
Like the perfect time for a Zoom call, and they don't do it. And they all meet at the same spot. I believe that the new Ayatollah has been selected though, and that is the son of the previous Ayatollah. He's also considered a hard-lining IRGC individual. So I don't know if it's that much better.
It won't. It's not. I don't have to worry about better or worse. He's fucking dead too, because we can say we're not regime changing, but we're fucking regime changing. The Ayatollahs are not going to be a thing after this is all said and done, unless we get drawn into some massive long war and it gets a lot of other people involved. But they're not going to be around for much longer. Like, I'm pretty sure that Israel has collected so much intelligence to know where these guys are fucking at that we can take them out at any time. Trump was even fucking like bragging before we did it. He's like, we can get him. We know exactly where he is. Fucking the whole time. He's like, yeah, we know where he's at.
Yeah. He's in that mud hut.
Yeah.
Or that mud hut. I also thought it was funny how he joked and he's like, I'm creating jobs over there too.
Nice.
Such a dick.
Yeah.
He's such a dick, man. But listen, I approve of the killing of the Ayatollah.
The Babylon Bee came out with this meme that said, to save time, Iran appoints a supreme leader who is already dead.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know how else it's gonna go. Like, could you imagine? They're like, all right, you know what? Next Ayatollah, he's not gonna be crazier than his father, who, by the way, we just fucking murdered by driving a 30,000-pound missile up his ass. Yeah, he's not gonna want revenge for that at all. There's no way they can have an Ayatollah when this is all said and done.
They have to have someone who's willing to come to the bargaining table and not start off by saying death to America, because the previous Ayatollah would speak with nobody, like not with Netanyahu, understandably so, not with any U.S. president. I don't believe Biden had any sort of conversation with Ayatollah. It was all done through separate people and stuff where we were just sending them money to fucking keep them calmed down and all that shit. They have to have someone who's willing to come to the table and say, okay, let's fucking cease fire. Let's fucking drop some peace treaties, some actual nuclear accords where we're not going to create nuclear weapons, because that's what our biggest goal is, I believe, in this whole situation, is to make sure that they don't become some sort of a nuclear threat, and find a way to fucking calm shit down over there, which is why I think that we haven't gotten to the point of boots on the ground yet. I think that we're just going to keep on knocking off people who are in charge until one of them says, oh shit, I'm in charge now. Yeah, I'm willing to talk. Let's sit.
Someone's going to want to live enough to not get murked.
Possibly. Now, what do you guys think about Trump basically authorizing the military to conduct these actions? Do you think that he needed the congressional approval or not? Because I know that was a huge sticking point for a lot of people, that this was illegal actions.
So there are a lot of different things that he can and can't do, but doing something like this where he's not sending troops in, he can do. He's doing it's a strike. tactical strike. He's allowed to do it whether you like the man or not. He can send the fucking Marines in basically anytime he wants, anywhere he wants. The Marines are the fucking president's little goddamn autistic fucking rabid dog that they just fucking unleash wherever they want. So I don't love that you don't get approval. Does he require it? Not necessarily. Not to do what he's doing. He knows the loopholes and he's using them. You can be pissed off about it. Understandably so. It's not against the fucking law though, because they wrote this bullshit in there for a reason.
And it's been done by basically every president. People want to get all hot and bothered about this. Obama did it 8 times, I believe, where they conducted military actions. Oh shit. Oh, Dave, are we about to get a spontaneous Vanilla Gorilla Eats segment here?
Bro, is that Culver's?
It is not. It's a place called Handles.
Oh.
Handles, all right.
But yeah, that's why I haven't really been calling it a war. It's a military operation because you do need approval for a declaration of war. You don't need military or congressional approval for military operations. Those can just kind of go off a little bit willy-nilly. And the precedent has been set way before Trump got into office. Is it right? Is it wrong? Doesn't really matter what you feel and what you think, because I think one way for sure. But the rules are the rules, and I can't say that he broke the law.
Yeah.
Byron, hop in here, brother.
Yeah.
Or Dave, hop in here and tell us how that ice cream is. And
keto ice cream, super great.
I like that kind too.
Also, I agree. Like he didn't need any permission to do anything, and the we'll call them Facebook lawyers that get on there and complain about, he's doing stuff he's not allowed to do and it's illegal and they don't support this. I mean, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They need to do a little more research and figure it out. I mean, look at previous presidents. Obama, had plenty of actions that he took that, weren't congressionally approved.
Yeah.
Listen, one of those we all supported, like going and killing fucking bin Laden in a country, in another sovereign country. That was the exact same process as what this is. So I think anybody who doesn't realize that is coming from a place where it's just pure hatred for Trump. And listen, I don't like that motherfucker at all. I can't stand him. But he's not breaking the law. Now, if he sends guys in on the ground, that changes things for me tenfold. Like 100% changes it, because now we're no longer just doing action. Like there are motherfuckers on the ground. We are at war in my mind.
I would say not guys on the ground.
The
Conventional
Marines,
forces. Conventional forces. Because if you think that we don't have guys out there,
they are definitely some
4 green goggles doing fucking sneaky squirrel shit right now. You got blinders on, buddy.
That's true. There are a lot of guys there. You're right.
The targeting packages for all of these strikes aren't coming just from like satellites and human that's gathered from person to person or something like that. A lot of this stuff is boots on the ground who are embedded within the populace. And the same thing happened with Maduro. CIA and other tier 1 units had been on the ground in Venezuela for a while, getting pattern of life, figuring out exactly what's going on, finding a correct envelope, and getting authorizations for people to go out and execute and make things happen. Like, that's just the way it happens.
So I mean traditional forces. You're right. Like your fucking standard force comm unit, whoever goes the fuck in there and has to in that first wave.
10th Mountain.
82nd.
Yeah. Either way, it's an interesting time to be alive. Feels just like 2018. Back in the Middle East, boys.
Job security.
Job.
Yeah.
That is the thing. It is a tough a tough situation because on one hand, I'm like, as an American taxpayer, I don't necessarily want this to happen. On the other hand, I'm like, well, it's good for work.
Yeah, so I brought this up with producer Amber earlier today. We used to have a saying, and it's a gross saying, but it's true. And you know what? It's not that gross. War is good for business, baby. Because I'll tell you what, there's a lot of motherfuckers that make a lot of money when there's a war on.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be one of them. War was good for business. Like, as soon as fucking Afghanistan dried up, guess what happened? 75% of our contractor force got fucking fired. That's what the fuck happened. So,
Yep.
It is true.
That's why I'm for it, because I still am a war profiteer.
listen, I get it, man. Like, make your money. I don't want to send guys over there. I don't want fucking another 20-year Iraq, Afghanistan fucking thing where we're working on a regime change that even if we get it installed, might not stick if the people don't do it. I would hate to fucking send a whole nother generation of kids like us to go fight the same stupid fucking war and not have it work out.
That's it is a bit of a sombering thought, but I remember being in middle school, early on in middle school when 9/11 happened. And very quickly after that, we were in the Middle East. And my boys are 10 years old, not far off from that. And then, pushing my timeline, I was off fighting in those wars. And if this were to become a protracted thing, my sons could be joining up and going to fight in these wars. And it's a weird thing to think about it that way. And it's not something I think that we want here in this group, that the American public wants. And I don't personally see it getting to that because I think that we're more than happy just sitting afar and dropping big ass bombs all over the fucking place and not putting those boots on the ground.
I mean,
and Lucas drones.
I watched the invasion of Iraq in basic training. Like, there were dudes who had orders before we left basic training. And thinking about it now, like, I had an agreement with my now 19-year-old daughter that she was going to graduate high school early for the purpose of joining the military. That was 2 years ago. Like, that could be her. She could be involved in this. That's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah.
I just, man, Braden is that age too, man. He's 14 years old. But if this thing goes for a long ass time, he's in that same boat. So that's the thing that scares me. Is I don't want that to happen. We don't need a whole nother fucking generation of war. Like, let's kill these motherfuckers. Let's get the Ayatollah. Let's take these dudes out because they are bad dudes.
Yeah.
But let everybody else take it over from there.
The thing is, it feels like there's so many other Middle Eastern countries that are also a part of this and for this. And that I feel like it's one of those where it's like, we're going to light the fire, throw a shitload of gasoline on it. And those guys are going to continue either fighting the fire or adding more gasoline to it. And we're going to be able to just kind of edge our way out backwards. Be like, wait a second, this isn't where I parked my car. And let them kind of deal with stuff. But the reality is when's the last time that the U.S. has been involved in a regime change where it's worked out?
I know one where
Saddam and ISIS comes in.
I was gonna say the Taliban. That one actually worked for a while, and then all of a sudden, that relationship turned sour real quick.
Yeah, it reminds me of the movie Charlie Wilson's War.
Exactly.
Which it's we'll see.
Buckeye ice cream.
Yeah, let's hear about this ice cream.
Top tier. You guys have Buckeyes, right? Well, I know you guys in Ohio did,
For sure.
and I think you've had them too.
I'm familiar.
So this is Buckeye ice cream. So it's got like vanilla ice cream, but then it's got chocolate and peanut butter pieces and just Buckeye. Oh. Vanilla
looks-
Gorilla stamp of approval.
Well,
Yeah.
don't have too many of those, Daves, because you
Oh, I
need to get physically fit in order to be able to run away from incoming Shahid drones, stuff like that, for your potential
While I'm getting a
future.
Blumpkin and wipe my butt
Yeah,
Yes.
in a porta-john.
combat diapers.
I do want to say one thing though. So G was just in Washington D.C. this last week for his
Nice.
8th grade trip. I was a little nervous considering the things that are going on. If you are out there and you fucking see something that doesn't make any goddamn sense, say something. We're in war. Like, and they can't exactly attack us force on force like a normal war would be. They're gonna attack us via like terroristic things like that, proxies and all of that shit. Go ahead, Dave.
Today, Kansas City Airport was shut down for bomb threat.
New York City.
I'm not saying that's related, but I'm not saying
And they
it's
had a
not
guy pulled off a
related.
plane like from Florida to Nashville or something like that the day before. And Yeah.
Mike, I will say Emmy is going on her DC trip here in a couple weeks, and it's definitely a thought that's been in the back of my head of like, what
I
what
made
can go
him.
down.
He had to fucking contact me multiple times a day. I had to know where fucking movement was happening. So,
Right.
And
I
then
got
not
life-
like I can get there and do anything if something goes down. I just
Right.
needed that for my own peace of mind.
Yeah, we got Life 360, so at least I will be able to pinpoint her at any given time.
But yeah, like that is one legit thing that you at home can do is make sure you keep your fucking head on a swivel because you don't know what the hell these motherfuckers might do. That is how they attack. That's how they fight wars. That's how they fight wars over there too. Like it's not typically force on force, head on head.
Yeah. For sure. All right. Does anyone have anything else they want to speak on about Iran? All right. Well, we are approaching the hour mark here. I know Dave's probably got to get to another location and get some more food. But
No more
we did
food.
have.
I had Jersey Mike's and I've had some ice cream.
All right.
We're good.
I'm just fucking with you, bud. We did have a request from producer Amber earlier asking something about eating a mermaid. I don't exactly remember what it was, and I'm sure.
So you got a
producer Amber
mermaid,
can
right?
chat.
You got red meat on top, fish on
Mhm.
bottom. Her question is, how do you think a mermaid would taste? Would it be like surf and turf in one? Do you think it'd just be red meat?
Is there a
Do you think it'd
split? Is
be
there
fish? Where does it split?
A clear delineation where it turns from like pork
Cannibalism to
to
Can you eat
what's
the
that
lower
word?
half and it's
Equestrian?
okay?
Episcopalian?
That's
I'm just gonna say this. I'm not a picky eater.
pescatarian.
Pescatarian.
I'm-
Episcopalian is like a whole religion, I believe.
yeah. I ain't no picky eater, especially when it comes to women, which mermaid are women. And she didn't say merman. So
Bottom half's
I'll
gonna
eat it
taste
from
like
pink to
fish no
stink. I don't
matter what.
care.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely eat the bottom.
Eat it ass first.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
Now, do you mean bottom or lower?
Yes.
Like lower half?
Same
yeah,
thing,
the
Dave.
lower half, the fish, I mean, her bottom, all of it. But I think the top I would try to stay away from because the idea of cannibalism has now
Right.
popped into my brain. I'm like,
Mhm.
no, let's not do that.
But I mean, the whole thing is a humanoid. So
Yeah, but humanoid, but the bottom is fish.
It's
I'm
more
going
oid
to
than
justify it in
human.
my mind.
I already
that
eat
way.
the fishy bottom.
I'm already eating the fishy bottom.
Oh, producer Amber's going to punch me.
You ain't gonna punk me.
Or just deep fry the whole thing.
You're talking
whole
about the
thing.
potential of cannibalism there,
The whole
Dave.
thing.
We are talking
Just
about a
deep fry.
mythological creature. Even if it's humanoid, that top half still could be mythological creature, and it could be
But
the
it's
same
deep
as eating
fried.
horse meat.
That's true.
Deep fried is always better. You know what?
Exactly.
This is definitely a topic for the Vanilla Gorilla. Like Vanilla Gorilla After Dark Deep Thoughts. Throw on some smooth jazz and get into what
Just shove a stick in
it
it,
would be
deep
like
fry
to
it,
eat.
And it's
A
like a
mermaid.
corn dog, but a fish
You
stick.
could do a whole series on different ways to cook.
It's a
them.
fish stick corn dog in one. Like it
Oh,
starts
God.
off corn dog, turns into fish stick.
No, that's the merman.
I said fish stick, not fish dick.
The same thing.
You like
Hey,
fish
fish.
sticks?
But
Oh,
yes, I think just put some mayonnaise on top, some tartar sauce on the bottom, call it good.
All right.
right.
Well, I mean,
Deep fried.
deep fried. I feel like that's the way it's gonna be. Deep fried.
Are we breading it?
Yes, breaded and deep fried. 100%.
Like beer battered mermaid.
Yes,
I'm down.
me too.
It actually sounds like it fucking slaps. Beer battered mermaid.
Like
Like that's a delicacy for sure.
I'm gonna need a tub of cane sauce and tartar sauce.
Ranch for our Midwestern folk.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, cane sauce, I'm pretty sure is just ranch and fucking ketchup stirred together. Maybe a little bit of pepper added to it. Have you ever had canes? Tebow?
I think I've had it once or twice.
I had it for lunch today.
No God.
The chicken itself is absolutely terrible.
The only
It
thing
is-
that makes it good is the sauce.
Yes.
I think we've
You-
had this
you take
conversation.
bread, sauce, chicken like a freaking hot dog, more sauce, and then eat that thing.
Yeah, I'm not a huge canes guy. There are way better chicken places.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're in a pinch,
Popeyes.
it's edible. Popeyes is okay. Listen, Popeyes is good. I used to really like the spicy, but the spicy fucks up my tummy now.
Oh, I love the spicy Popeyes, but I am shitting in like 30
Yeah.
to 45 minutes.
Okay, so maybe it's not just
Popeye's
my
got some
tummy.
good red beans and rice too.
So the last time we went to Popeyes, we got some of their biscuits. And listen,
Oh,
people
put
talk
some
shit
honey
about
on
Popeyes biscuits sometimes. I don't know why.
I'll
Because
eat the fuck out of it.
the fucking ones that we got were, I swear to God, they were soaked in fucking butter, and they were the most delicious goddamn biscuits I have ever fucking eaten.
Salty and buttery. I love them.
Bro,
Personally.
have you ever had Bojangles?
My favorite chicken place of all time is Bojangles. I was gonna bring it up. The South, the best chicken places in the world.
Bowberry biscuits? Bro, those things are second to none.
I don't know.
By the way,
not
there is a
a
Bojangles. There's a Bojangles down in Akron if you got a hankering.
really.
Yes.
Oh man, that's the best fucking chicken place I've ever been.
I have not had Bojangles yet, but it is on the list, obviously. Of
It's-
places that
It's been a
I
long
look
time.
to have.
I can't. I had it like once. Can't remember it. It's good, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's chicken. Who doesn't fucking like chicken?
Not me. I'm black.
What is?
You can't tell.
Oh, you are a ginger.
TikTok
It's on the
told me.
internet.
Yep.
So I'm not yell things out at the BAFTA awards, black, but I'm close.
Man, what a tough scene. Like, what a wild. Like, cause the word is terrible, but how do you mad at a guy with fucking Tourette's for doing Tourette's?
Yeah, It's
Exactly.
like getting upset at
because
the
he was
person
there
for
because he did a
fucking-
movie.
About
his-
Tourette's.
about his Tourette's. Yeah, that he was getting an award for. It'd be like getting upset at a person in a wheelchair who had their legs blown off for needing a wheelchair ramp. Fuck.
We had to make this whole fucking ramp for you.
Yeah, that's true. I do get upset at those people. These goddamn fucking handicappers driving around with their hands.
Hell yeah, there's a little ableism in here before we get
Doing
out.
fucking 42 and a 45, you asshole. Don't you know you're supposed to be going 55?
Right.
This is how we get canceled.
No, canceling's over.
Trump's in office now. There's no such
Yeah.
thing.
Exactly.
Just give it a couple years. All right, gents. Anything else that we need to cover, talk about before we rip on out of here? No.
I don't think so. Producer Amber is absolutely right. we got canceled the moment I said bomb.
That's true.
So nobody will watch this episode, but I'm good, man. I appreciate you guys hopping on here. It was good to talk to everybody again. Dave, it's been
Yes.
forever. Byron, you as well.
I'll
Evo,
see
I
you
will
guys in
see
another
you
6 months
Tuesday. No, let's man, we cannot do it in another 6 months. Got to be sooner.
because I'm pretty sure the last time was September.
That's crazy.
I mean,
Producer Amber is shaking her head. Yes,
it's been a hot minute.
all right. So let's do this in 3 weeks.
All right.
I say that. Let's do it.
All right.
All right. Hell yeah. 3 weeks. Guys, thank you very much. This is the talk. I'm Mike. There's Evo, Byron, and there we go.
Dave?
Is Dave.
Dave.
Guys, I appreciate you very much. Thank you for being here. You know, we don't do this very often. We joked about it all night. But every time that we do get an opportunity to do it, I am very appreciative of it because, you know, sometimes we get to share laughs. Sometimes we share some heartfelt moments. But every time I feel like that we do this, we get to kind of show more and more what the No Sleeves Network is supposed to be about. Talking, interacting with people who maybe think or view things differently than you. We have a shared experience, but we are not all the same. And that's something that we also want to show that, you know, if you actually take the time and speak to a veteran, you'll learn a lot about them. And that you don't have to just go watch CNN or Fox and fucking tell you about the one of 3 versions of veterans you've probably ever seen. Your hero, your mental health catastrophe, or your political pawn. We're a lot more than that here. So thank you guys for tuning in or for joining today.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I guess I'll get us the fuck out of here. We'll see y'all next time on the talk.